morning students. In this video you are going to learn about fibers. So we wear clothes, use bags, rope, blankets, etc. in our daily life. So those kind of things are made up of fibers. Once upon a time, peoples used a natural fibers. So what are the fibers they are used? Cotton, wool. Nowadays, we use a lot of synthetic or man-made fibers. So all natural and synthetic fibers are polymers. All natural and synthetic fibers are called polymers. So in this diagram you have to observe what are the difference between synthetic and natural fiber. So this is a coconut rope, natural coconut rope. This is a nylon finishing rope. So you have to think about the difference between the natural and artificial fibers. So natural and artificial synthetic fibers or artificial fibers. So generally fibers are long strands of polymers interwoven to form linear string-like structure. It is a linear, that means long filament-like structure, long thread-like structure. So fibers that are obtained from plant or animal source are called natural fibers. So those kind of fibers is obtained from plant or animal sources. So that's why they are called natural fibers. They are obtained from plant and animal source means they are called natural fibers. Example includes cotton, coconut fiber, hair, wool, silk. These are the examples of natural fibers. So fibers that are made using raw materials from petroleum or synthetic fibers. Already we know that. So it is a raw material from petroleum, oil and gas. The fibers that are made using raw material from petroleum, oil and gas are called synthetic fiber. So examples of synthetic fibers include polyester, acrylic and nylon. Historically, human used natural plant fibers and animal fur for shelter, clothing and protection from the natural wool. So historically, humans used many natural fibers, so animal fur for shelter, clothing and protection from the natural wool. Natural other. So today, a large variety of natural fibers are still grown. Large variety of natural fibers are still grown. So, on the process such as cotton, silk, and wool. So, natural fibers can be spun into a filament, thread, or rope. So, natural filament is made into thread or rope or spun into a filament. So they can be woven. So thread can be woven or kinted, matted or bonded. Okay, those kind of filament or thread can be woven or kinted or matted or bonded. Is used to make clothing, containers, insulation material and many other products we use in our daily life. So the filament like or thread like fibers woven or matted we are used to make clothing, container, insulation material and many other products. They are used in our daily life. Three main source of natural fiber. One is animal, example wool and silk. So from the diagram you have to observe that natural fiber. So silk from the plant, cotton, okay, cotton, jute, flax. So from that animal you have to take the woolen and the silk. From the mulberry cocoon you have to separate the silk. So from the mineral you have to produce a glass fiber. So the discovery of making synthetic fibers out of petrochemicals has replaced the use of many natural fibers. So synthetic fibers such as nylon, polyester, acrylic are used to make many different plastic items you use in our daily life, such as clothing, blanket, toothbrush, stuffing in cushions. Okay, so discovery of many synthetic fibers out of petrochemicals has replaced the uses of many natural fiber. So instead of the natural fiber, we are using many petrochemical synthetic fibers produced from the petroleum. Synthetic fibers are produced from petrochemicals. So by the synthetic material types, we are using nylon, polyester and acrylic. It is used in many different plastic item in the use of daily life by the way of clothing, blanketing, toothbrush and stuffing in cushion sofas. Next, types and uses. Types and uses. First one is silk. Silk is a natural fiber. Silk is a natural fiber. So natural silk fibers are obtained from boiling the cocoons of silkworm. So natural silk is obtained from silkworm, cocoons of silkworm. From specific species of moths. So there are 4 types of natural silk. There are 4 types of natural silk we have. What are the? Mulberry silk, tussar silk, muga silk and eric silk. Last one is eric silk. This is important types. So what are the types of natural silk? One is mulberry silk, second one is tussar silk, third one is muga, then last one is eric silk. So most of the mulberry silk worldwide is produced in India. So mulberry silks worldwide is produced in India. The silk is one of the strongest natural fiber. Mulberry silk is the strongest natural fiber and has many uses such as clothing, carpet and parachutes. These are used to make clothing, carpet and parachutes. Rayon is another type of fiber. Rayon is the semi-synthetic fiber. That means partially synthetic. In 19th century, scientists were successfully in producing the first artificial silk is known as rayon. First artificial silk name as rayon. The first rayon factory in India was established in Kerala in 1946. The first rayon factory in India was established in Kerala in 1946. Rayon is the man-made fiber, but it is not considered fully synthetic. Rayon is not considered fully synthetic because it is made up of natural cellulose. So rayon is made up of natural cellulose. Is collected from wood pulp. Okay, the cellulose is collected from wood pulp. The cellulose that is collected from wood or bamboo pulp is treated with several chemicals. Okay, so the rayon is produced from the natural source. Okay, so what is the source? Cellulose. The cellulose is obtained from wood and bamboo pulp. So the cellulose treated with several chemicals. So first sodium hydroxide is added followed by carbon disulfide. So wood and bamboo pulp is treated with several chemicals. First sodium hydroxide is added followed by carbon disulfide. The cellulose dissolved in these chemicals. The cellulose is dissolved in this chemical added to it and produce syrup called viscous. So they dissolved and produce a syrup. So the syrup is called viscous. So viscous is forced through a spinneret. So what is meant by spinneret? It is a device made up of metal plate. They have very tiny hole. Okay, so into a solution of dilute sulfuric acid. Into the solution of pure dilute sulfuric acid. So this produce the silk-like thread. Okay, so the viscous solution is forced through this device. Then they pass it into the dilute sulfuric acid. We get the silk-like thread. Then they cleaned with soap and dried. We get the new fiber. They are called rayon. Some types of rayons are made from the short cotton fiber left on the cotton sheets. After ginning, rayon is cheaper than silk. Rayon is cheaper than silk, can be woven like natural silk fiber and can be dyed in a variety of colors. It can be mixed with cotton to make bed sheet or with woolen in the production of carpet and home furnishing products. So rayon also found in the sanitary product. What are the product? Diapers, bandages and gauze for dressing wounds. Then the next fiber is nylon. Nylon is a fully synthetic fiber. So nylon is the first fully processed synthetic fiber. It was popular during the Second World War. Nylon is popular during the Second World War for the use of parachutes and rope materials for climbing. So during the Second World War, for use of parachutes and rope materials for climbing. So nowadays nylon has replaced the natural silk in many textiles and has become one of the most commonly used synthetic fiber. So nylon is most commonly used synthetic fiber. So nylon fiber is strong, elastic. It is a property. Nylon fiber property is strong, elastic and light. It is lusher, that means shining, best appearance. And easy to wash. Nylon is easy to wash, which has made it popular for the clothing industry. Nylon is popular for the clothing industry. So we use many products made from nylon such as sockets, ropes, tents, tent, toothbrush, car seat belt, sleeping bag, curtain, etc. So nylon thread is actually stronger than steel wire. Nylon thread is actually stronger than steel wire. So nylon is very strong, can be used for rock climbing and parachutes. So nylon is a plastic polymer, so made up of a chemical unit. So what is the name of chemical unit? Polyamide. Nylon otherwise called polyamide. Okay. So what is the chemical reaction take place? How the polyamide is formed? So here two monomers are used. One monomer is called hexamethyldiamine. Another monomer is called adipic acid. Both monomer is combined to form the polyamide. Polyamide is called nylon. So solid chip of these polyamides are melted and forced through a heat spinet which has very tiny holes. So we get nylon. So nylon is otherwise called polyamide. Nylon is a plastic polymer. So what is the chemical unit? Is polyamide. How the polyamide is formed? By combining the monomer of hexamethyldiamine and adipic acid. And melted and forced through the device. We get into the device have the very tiny hole. We get the nylon. Then polyester and acrylic is the another type of synthetic fiber. So polyester is the another synthetic fiber. It can be drawn into very fine fiber that can be woven like any other yarn. Very tiny, very thin fiber. So polyester is a solid in the name of polycotton, polycot, polywool, terrycot, etc. So all are in the type of acrylic or polyester. Polycot, polywool, terrycot. Polycot is a mixture of polyester and cotton. Polycot is the mixture of polyester and cotton. Polywool is the mixture of polyester and wool. Okay, polycot is nothing but polyester with the cotton mixture. Polywool is the mixture of polyester and wool. PET. What is the PET? Polyethylene terephthalate is a very familiar form of the polyester. PET. So already we know that PET is used for making water bottles, container vessels. So it is used for making water, soda bottles, utensils, films and wires amongst the many other useful products. So many of the clothings we wear are made up of polyester fiber. So fabrics made from these fibers do not get wrinkled, though this polyester do not get wrinkled easily and are easy to wash. Making polyester fabrics is suitable for dress material. We wear sweaters and use shawls and blankets in the winter. So due to the heavy chill, we are using sweater, shawls and blanket in winter. So many of these are not made from natural wool, although they appear to resemble to wool. So these are prepared from another type of synthetic fiber is called acrylic. The wool obtained from natural source is quite expensive. The wool is obtained from natural source means it's very expensive. Whereas the cloth is made from the acrylic are relatively cheap because they are byproduct of production of plastics. They are available They are available in a variety of colors. Synthetic fibers are more durable, and affordable, which has contributed to their widespread use. So synthetic fiber are made from the byproduct of processing of petroleum oil and gas. So you will learn about the fractional distillation of petroleum in your higher classes. So by cracking of petroleum, by break down the petroleum raw material, it produces many byproducts: petrol, diesel, kerosene, naphthalene. So in many byproducts we get from the petroleum, oil and gas by doing the fractional distillation. So this fractional distillation you have to learn in higher classes detailing. So next one is advantages of synthetic fibers. Do you ever think about why some of your clothing does not need ironing and looks bright and colorful for many years? So already we know that synthetic fiber do not wrinkle easily and it is more colorful, do not fade easily. So this is because they are made from synthetic fiber such as polyester, and advantage are that they do not wrinkle easily and they keep their color brightness for much longer time than the natural fiber such as cotton. A lot of material such as finishing nets are made from synthetic fibers. One of the main advantage of using synthetic fibers such as nylon is that they are stronger than many natural fibers such as silk or wool. It is very stronger than many natural fibers such as silk or wool. For example, trampoline. So trampoline is a jumping bed. Okay. Trampoline is called jumping bed. Is made up of woven synthetic fiber. These fibers are strong and elastic, which gives it the property to bounce. That's why we are get jump. Those kind of fiber is strong and elastic in nature. So when we are jumping the trampoline, so continuously due to the elastic nature, continuously we are jumping in this trampoline. So next one is the drawbacks of synthetic fiber. Disadvantage of synthetic fiber. We have already learned that it is safer to use cotton clothing instead of synthetic clothing when a person is cooking or working in a laboratory. So in cooking and working in laboratory means there is more chance to catch the fire. So this is cause one disadvantage of synthetic fibers such as polyester is that they are not heat resistant. Polyester is not heat resistant, so catch fire easily. So in summer it is better to wear clothing that is made out of cotton material rather than the synthetic, because due to the sweating, there is air circulation is very low in synthetic fibers. This is because most synthetic fibers absorb very little moisture and do not allow the air circulation, making them hot and uncomfortable to wear. So if you could recall that we already found out that synthetic fibers are made up of petrochemicals and lost in the environment for very long time. The disadvantage is that they break down into a very small pieces is called microplastics. So synthetic fiber is made out of petrochemicals, so lost in the environment for very long time. It affect the environment because when we broke down those kind of material into very small pieces, that is called microplastic, that affect the soil and water sources, so which causes pollution to soil and water bodies such as rivers, lake and ocean. So that's all about the today class. Thank you, students.